It's really important to have more of us in the industry, and more of us in the industry not competing against each other, like with that scarcity mindset. Like, I'm gonna focus on my pie. I'm not trying to take from yours, because there's enough to go around. You know, you know your people, I know my people. We may overlap and whatever. Ultimately, it's each client's choice who they want to work with, and everybody brings different things to the table. But having more of us and working together in a collaborative way, that's how we're gonna make it.
What's up, everybody? This is Curtis Pooley here, bringing you your Real Talk Maui podcast. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm here with my cousin, Bri.
What's up, everybody?
And tonight we're super excited to bring on the podcast, for the first time. She's killing it in the, the real estate scene over here on Maui. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce Ashley Correa.
Hey.
Yes,
Hello.
Thank you, for taking the time out your day, or your night, actually, to come on the podcast, spread some awareness to that side. Because I feel like me and Bri wanted to, we really touch on that,
yeah, especially for me, because we start buying on house and stuff, and
exactly, yeah.
But to the podcast, hopefully learn some pointers or something. You know what I mean, just to kind of get us started. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
She's not nervous. She's not nervous.
First of all, if you do not know her, she's a realtor here on Maui. But just kind of tell everybody what you kind of do over here on Maui.
Yeah, I'm a realtor with the Ohana Real Estate team at Compass. Servicing Maui, all islands really, but mostly Maui. Sometimes Molokai.
I know. I heard you guys, the client on the radio station, you guys commercial thing. So yeah, everybody. So that's all your partners, kind of like. Yeah. You guys all work under one.
Cool. That's our team. My mom, Deanna, is the team principal.
Yeah.
I have the best mentor.
Oh, that's cool. Keep it in the family, working out together. Yeah.
That's cool.
Right on, yeah. So kind of just, first of all, let's just start off with what kind of inspired you to kind of get into, the that scene, the realtor, real estate and stuff. What kind of inspired you to get
My
into
mom.
Oh, she's a realtor as well?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So she's been a realtor for I don't know how long, but definitely longer than me.
Okay.
And I never thought I would get into real estate. I don't know, had misconceptions, I guess, that sounds boring.
Yeah.
What's a Hawaiian gonna do selling the land? You know what I mean?
That's true, yeah. You don't think of, I'm gonna sell houses. That's on Hawaiian, I understand. Because you're not trying to,
But then seeing her in her day-to-day and the kind of people that she would help and make a difference in their lives, local people like us that maybe wouldn't have bought a home otherwise.
Yeah.
And then just seeing the schedule flexibility and being able to... She's always been there for us kids, but not having to ask a boss if she can take off,
Yeah, because now I understand that now. Or back when... But and even talking about that, so your mom was your inspiration, and all that. What was her, what was one of her things she told you, when you first started, one of those, how they can make, some quotes or whatever, hey, make sure you, if you're getting into this, you check all these boxes, and then, then the real estate going to work for you if you don't. You know what I mean? Something like that. Did she give you anything, pointers like that or anything?
So she had been hounding me to just get my real estate license for years. I'm like, no. And then finally I made the decision to, do the schooling and then the licensing exam. And then, she kind of just threw me to the wolves.
Just right there,
yeah, let's do this. You got somebody that wants to sell, we're doing it. I have no idea what I'm doing, but, and she always instilled to just be, a good friend. And it's really taught me to be a better friend. That works
for you,
yeah. I'm such an introvert, so I don't like to put myself out there.
I feel like,
but I know I'm a good friend. So
I know I'm a good friend. Yeah. No, but that's good because even if I was to looking for buy on house, I wouldn't want my realtor to sound like a car salesman, you know what I mean? Hey, no, this is, you know what I mean?
So cringe.
I'd rather go to somebody that's familiar, somebody that I look
feel like even, family, when you talk to them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So maybe that's even hey, Hawaiian, step up, let's go. You know?
Yeah.
Let's get more Hawaiians in there.
Yeah, no, for sure.
How like do you know how much Hawaiians, you know, or just native born realtors?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough. Yeah.
No, that's, yeah. Yeah,
Especially
not too
in
much.
Maui, too.
I'm usually the brownest one in the room. Me and one other person.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, they probably some Portuguese kind, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
That's all
darkest
gotta,
color there.
But you're going to inspire more people for kind of go down that path. I feel like
Yeah.
that's not really a path that, especially for Native Hawaiians, like to kind of go down. Like, so it's good to see.
Yeah, it's not a common
thriving.
one.
Yeah, definitely career like to go down there for Hawaiians. So.
Because like you said, you're gonna trust somebody that, like, you is familiar.
Yeah,
that kind of looks like you.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, because when Uncle Herman came on, he kind of said that too in his job, where you know people would out of a room of 10, and he was one of the 10. You know, get all the usual salespeople right standing next to you and get him. You know, which one you would gravitate to, and he's just one local uncle. Yeah, dreadlocks. You know what I mean? Like it's like more approachable, I guess, right? And
you can relate
trust
to him, more.
Yeah. So I guess that's like kind of like one good, especially in Hawaii. You know, people like see on Hawaiian, like, hey, cause you know we all working here together. Boom, you already connect like before you even meet each other.
We already know we can relate to each other.
Exactly.
In some kind of way.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, so like if how does one become a realtor if somebody's looking to, you know, kind of go down that path like we said, like how do you even get, if you wanted to get started, where do you even start? Like
you would start with a realtor pre-licensing course. I did the self-paced online. And they do have in-person ones that are kind of more crash course, like 2 weeks and then you're done. It took me 6 months.
Oh, okay.
I opted for that one because I was in a full-time job, and I do okay with.
So is it like the longer does that make like your degree better or something, or it doesn't really matter as long as you finish it?
As long as you finish, okay.
But do you feel like because you did the longer one, you learned way more, and that kind of helped you be more successful?
Not necessarily. It's just whatever your lifestyle is. Like if you can take off of work for the 2 weeks to go to the in-person, like do it, you know, and everybody learns differently. Like I can do in-person or online. I think Kamehameha School has helped a lot with that kind of, you know, learning. So I had no problem doing it online, but I know other people, they gotta be in person. Yeah.
I'm more of an in-person kind of.
In-person.
Then you can ask questions to the live professor. Like this was all recordings, you know. So.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. So going from, you know, being kind of like, you know, in school for realty, to like, you know, being out in the field. Like when was the moment you felt like, okay, I'm getting my rhythm. I'm kind of like, I could be pretty decent at this, because, you know, people do get their realtor license and, you know, use them for a little while, then got to stop just because something's going on. You know what I mean?
Or just not happening for them. Maybe.
So what was kind of that moment where you thought to yourself, like, I can, I think I got this, you know? So was there like a something?
I feel like it took 3 years to really feel like that. Because when you take the course, it has nothing really, it doesn't have a whole lot to do with the day-to-day stuff. It's just all the technicalities and laws and things that you got to know to kind of cover your broker's okole. And then you do the licensing exam at UH Maui, and you kind of depend on the training from whoever your mentor is, like if you join a team, or if there's a brokerage that provides like training. I feel like it's really beneficial to have that mentorship in person, go and shadow them, follow them around, see how they talk to people, what to say, and how they organize their schedule and everything.
I guess that would be kind of like on residency, if you're like looking at it in a doctor's side, like kind of just like, you know, you're working in it, but you're not really getting paid the full. You're just kind of like shadowing
on the job training.
And there's so many contracts and like forms and things that you have to get ma'atu. And I feel like it took me 3 years to not question myself on all of those, you know, tedious details.
So, so of course, I don't know if everybody knows, but you won the award. Can you kind of tell us more about that award, and
what award you won.
Yeah,
Realtor Association of Maui's Realtor of the Year 2024.
Yeah, so with that being said, just kind of tell us a little bit about it, and just I know you wanted to touch on like how much percentage of Hawaiians actually receive that award. So I'm just gonna kind of let you, elaborate more on that.
Yeah. We'll just chime in later.
I mean, kind of going back to what you were asking, like how many Hawaiians are in the field? Not many. So only 5% of the recipients were Native Hawaiian.
5%, man. That's 5%, man.
Yeah.
It's lower than 10.
The CEO of RAM, the Realtors Association of Maui, she's a Kanaka too.
Oh, okay.
But
that's good.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I think it's more to do with there's not much of us in the industry than anything,
Yeah.
And yeah, it was an honor. We go to this RAM's installation banquet for all the new incoming board members that were elected for the association. And then Ricky Guzman on our team, he won the Central Maui director.
Yeah.
So we were all there to support him. So that was the only reason I thought we were there. So it was a total surprise. Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah. So you wasn't even ready.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had no idea what to say. When they're giving out the different awards and they don't just say your name, they start describing you and what you did, and
it's sounding familiar to you as they
yeah. And when they first like Kamehameha School's alumni, I'm like, there's only one other person.
And if there is somebody else, you would know them.
And then when they said this person has 11 nationalities, I'm like, oh my god, there's nobody else. But I was like just thinking, oh, my mom better get it this year. Mom better get it this year. But not thinking it would be me, But,
good though.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it's mostly based on your service to either the association or the community. It's not really too much based on sales,
like numbers or anything. See, that's another thing that's cool. Yeah, if you think that it's all based on numbers, it's not.
Right, because the award should be more than just like what the money bring in, right? Not the you know what I mean. It's more about everything that comes.
The connections, the
connections to everything. Every. Just the Ina and the people. You know what I mean. There's all that. That's just what real estate is, right? You know what I mean. So
it's like your service to others, basically.
Yeah.
So did your mom know that you were gonna receive that award? Oh, okay. So she knew
was in on it. Yeah.
Who didn't know out of your whole crew, or did everybody?
No,
know?
They all knew.
Oh,
they all knew. So only you.
Yeah.
Wow, they keep that secret though, at least.
Well, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I haven't really been all that involved in the Realtors Association per se. They have all their different committees and their board and everything, but I know that the person who nominated me was mostly nominating for just the general community service that we're involved in.
Talk to them more about all you guys outreach.
Because I know on top of that you work with a lot of nonprofits that you wanted to touch on too, so that's perfect segue to go into that. Forgot. Talk about the nonprofits you work with.
So there's a couple main ones that I'm involved in. Habitat for Humanity Maui, I'm on the board of directors there. Been a couple years I think now. I'm like, my daughter's 2. I was pregnant when I joined. Okay.
That's how we gauge everything. Anybody get kids? That's how you gauge things that happen in your life.
That's so funny.
By your kids'
Total
ages.
mom move.
Total mom. Your mom went. And when the realtor that was on the board before, he was terming out, and so they needed somebody, a realtor, to join, and I was like, well, I'll join if you'll take a pregnant lady.
Right? Because you couldn't really be available at that time. So
Like I'll need maybe a month or 2 off, but it's pretty chill. And always believed in their mission, and our community service hours that we had to do in commitment schools, like that was
used to do that. Yeah,
that was one of the organizations we went and volunteered for, and then and helped with building somebody else's house when I was maybe 13. I don't know.
Okay. Was it like almost like the Habitat for Humanity kind of like stuff?
Yeah. In Waiahuli, and then when I found out whose grandma's house it was somebody that we knew, and I just thought that was really cool that they really help people that are in our community, and it all stays here.
That is cool.
Yeah, and then we kind of started a grassroots movement after the fires in August 8th, 2023. We weren't really looking, like my family and I weren't really looking to start like an organization like in that moment, right? You're just
at that time,
like in survival mode, like how can we help? My other half, EJ, he's a Lahaina boy. He's from Lahaina. And that's where all his family was, and it's just kind of that response, they're looking for their family and friends, and how can we help? And they kind of all knew where to go and stuff, and it just became such a beautiful like effort with everybody wanting to help and pour in donations from all over the world, and so
it's kind of a fun, you guys take in donations and you guys support anybody that got affected by the fire.
And it was a bunch of us businesses that just kind of hooied together, like Guava Tree and everybody, and so many businesses, but that was kind of the main hub in for sorting all the donations and stuff in the beginning. And then
shout out to you guys for being in the holding it down in the front line, because I was taking care of my daughter at that time. She was fresh born, so I couldn't do as much as I probably wanted to, but shout out to everybody else that was handling, Duke, Sparks, everybody, man. So much guys, the local people that was just holding it.
That was the best, man. Yeah, local, everybody was just down for whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, put me in this U-Haul, we gone. We're doing something.
No, exactly. Yeah, and then so Uncle Al guys came up with a name, Maui Collective Contributors, which later on became a formal nonprofit 501c3. Holomua is what it's called, and so any monetary donations can be handled appropriately and everything.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Plug them in, bro, for real.
Yeah, so they set up a Kanaka Costco in Napili Park.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah, my other half was rotating, sleeping over at the park, camping. I held it down with the kids and organizing all the donations this side, because everything was coming either by plane or by boat, and had to be delivered somewhere, and it couldn't be delivered on the west side, so had to have our base, which we eventually got in Maui Lani, in front of the Dunes golf course.
Oh yeah. All the containers over there.
So we had like a storage facility, we still do.
But it's a pretty big spot. Like that's
right
some
on
stuff.
Right on. You guys didn't start that or branch that off and kind of create that. Yeah,
it's kind of,
and it's still going today. So.
Yeah, and we needed a bigger spot because then people were shipping containers of donations. So it's like, who has land where we can put this?
Yeah, for real, bro. That's what everybody was saying, because I did one convoy like that. We didn't go pick up containers.
Yeah.
And straight from Lahaina, I think it was from Peisho or Matin, straight from there, straight out to Lahaina, just containers of stuff. We took out 4 or 5 containers.
To the Napili Park, or was?
No, we went to the
hubs,
the gateway in Lahaina. Yeah, we went over there and dropped them off. Yeah.
It's crazy how you make all those different connections. We all became novice logistics people. Who has a truck? Who has a forklift? You know.
Exactly, bro.
That is true. Yeah, you wouldn't even think of that, but everybody was doing that,
and everybody was like just so down to do it, and then like you know whatever, whenever kind of deal. And shout out to Maui, bro, for stepping up, bro.
Shout out to Westside.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody else who can help.
As hard as it was and continues to be, our community really shows the resilience and the love for where we
continues,
live.
So shout out to you guys, Maui.
Yes.
But to go back on another note, just how do you think the kind of real estate market changed in Maui, like over the past, I would say like maybe 10 to 20 years as you've been working in it? Like, how do you...
So I've been a realtor for 6 years, but but you know,
I think as long as you've been in the last 6 years,
and I think we've all felt the effects, just like even growing up, especially with the housing bubble in 2008, 2009. It's always an interesting time, and Maui is so unique because we're not making any more land, and we're definitely not building as fast as the demand. Definitely. You know, there's always, you know, all the hurdles that you have to jump through and red tape and everything. And so it's so interesting. Like from the fires, like we had like a slow period. There was like maybe 5 to 6 months where I chose to not work because we were just volunteering. And then at a certain point, it's like, okay, we gotta
kind of get back on track.
Put food on your own table too. Can't dip into our own donations, you know.
Definitely.
Might need our own
5,
services.
6 months. That's a long time to take off.
That's real talk. That's real talk.
Yeah. But you know, you have the reserves. If you have the reserves to do it, you just do it. You know. But so from there, it was kind of a slow period, and then we had this kind of frenzy with you know, everybody trying to get housing and everything, and now it's a little bit
better now,
more steady.
Steady.
Not a frenzy.
What about during COVID? How was it during that time?
Not
to go off subject.
No.
It was kind of the same thing.
People were still buying houses during that time.
So we were on lockdown initially, right? You couldn't do anything really, but because realtors are involved with housing, we were technically essential. But then you had all your protocols, and you know, you got to sign the waivers, the forms and stuff. And you know, the interest rates went way down. Like 3% and then 2%.
So that was a good time to actually missed out on that.
And so that you had I would say October 2020 was the best time to apply.
Exactly. What was that? Just like as we came out of the pandemic, or was that still in the middle?
Still kind of in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah. But and then after like October, like when they started allowing people to fly if they got their vaccines and stuff, then we kind of started seeing more of an uptick. Not kind of. We saw a major uptick.
And you know, even speaking about like just you know, selling houses and all that kind of stuff, I had a question. Okay, how much get any realtors like from the guys from America that come, you know, over here, right? Do they say like it's way harder to sell on an island than one big piece of land like they get up there? Like, is there like a big difference in realty over there? And what would be like some of the nutty stuff that Hawaii realtors do that these mainland guys, it was like, holy shit. Like, you know, like, is there anything like that?
Every state is different, right? Like whether home prices, like when you hear about people like say in Texas or like some kind of state that has fairly low home prices and they're doing multiple deals a month. Like to do multiple deals a month here.
I know, right? But that's what I mean. Like,
that's true.
They get more land, like more. I know.
We're always gonna have not enough inventory here.
Right.
That's always gonna be what it is. You know, supply and demand.
So does that lead to like realtors trying to like almost fight over like certain properties, or or that's not how it works. Like, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that happens.
It's a bloodbath.
Yeah, you have that competition for sure, and you just have to know your worth and what you bring to the table. And at a certain point, you learn that if it's a good fit, like that's who you want to work with, and if it's not a good fit, it happened for a reason, and move on. Take your energy to somebody that is a better fit for you.
Yeah. And then that goes back to what we were saying earlier about being familiar. You know what I mean? A familiar face.
Because otherwise you're gonna be stressed out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep, that's true, man.
I was gonna say some. I shouldn't say. But no, yeah. That even the familiar face, right? You're talking about how much Hawaiians get and how much, I'm not gonna say haole, but haules get in the real estate game. Like the familiar faces is too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
the Hawaiians.
Yeah, we get some Hawaiians, but the haules is the one. Like she was saying, they get mostly buying, selling. So kind of rather talk to somebody like them.
That's true.
Than on Hawaiian that can probably be like, "Cause my cousin should live here, not
that
you."
That is true. That's perfect that you said that. That can kind of lead to my next question, which is, like you kind of as a Native Hawaiian, how do you kind of integrate your cultural side, as you sell properties, to people? How do you feel like you kind of integrate your Hawaiian culture side?
Yeah.
As along with selling houses.
Sure. Oh gosh, so much to
sorry.
say about that. Yeah.
She's like, you can take your time with that.
That's
you can take your time with that. Yeah.
At least 95% of my clients are all local people.
That's good to know.
I can say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
We can start there. Yeah.
Yes,
95. I'll take that. I'll take that over the 5% with the with the award.
Because if Kanakas would know what's up, like, it's just another form of taking the land back. Go buy up the lands, boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in there.
And is it? I know you probably shouldn't say this, but do you kind of like this is probably gonna ruin stuff. But do you probably kind of lean towards you being local? That's why in Hawaiians like kind of just not helping more, but like just kind of.
It does make it easier, guaranteed.
Looking for more opportunities for them, being that they're
Sure. Yeah. You focus. You choose where to put your focus and energy towards and who to market to. The other 5% that I have helped, we're just a really great personality match, and they're good people and nothing to do with their lineage, just very sweet people too. Yeah. But
But the majority is 95 is at least local. So
yeah.
How is it like kind of dealing with local people? Like, is it that kind of like, they're always looking for a deal,
No.
Nothing against, I just being real, man. Like, are they always,
Everybody wants a deal, but it depends on what kind of market you're in, right? Yeah. Like, I'll tell you, this is not the market to bargain.
Yeah, just to be real, Alex. Straight up, man, before we get things straight.
I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste your lender's time. Like, how bad do you want it? Right? And then you gotta, I feel like it's just more of education so that, we're all in it to win it. And I want to see you win. And this is how we gotta play it.
That's what you probably want a realtor to be like to kind of just be real. Like, not gonna be like talking all day and then at the end, oh, but I never have enough money. We just should talk this whole time. And I never.
That's why it's so important to make sure you speak with a lender, a mortgage lender, and to make sure you know what your budget is and what that all looks like.
Like how you said your clientele is like 95% Native Hawaiians, right? What would be your pitch to say if Kurt was like, oh, I'm gonna I can't
family
like I cannot afford for live out in Maui, I'm gonna move. What would you tell them for like, nah, you know what?
Like on real estate pitch.
Yeah, on real estate pitch of like how you would make them kind of stay. What would be that?
Okay, so first of all, 95% local people.
Not
necessarily Native Hawaiians.
So, okay.
Cannot leave out my Filipinos and my Portuguese. You
guys know what I meant, bro.
Our born and raised people,
Switch that local.
But that's a great question because that's such a tough issue right now.
Yeah.
You know?
It is.
And I feel like the numbers are up right now with guys leaving the island.
Yeah. No. And I think it goes back to what I was taught by my mom is don't take no for an answer. There's always a way. There's always a way to find a solution, you know? And so I would say we just talk story and ask you questions.
Yeah.
You know, have you talked to this organization or this company or, you know, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know?
Because everybody's situation is different.
It's different.
So exactly what you said. You got to sit down with them and see where they're at.
Get an outline of how we're going to take this on.
You got to figure out where you at before you see where you're going to go next.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, let's put that on a shirt.
But yeah, exactly what she said. You got to talk story. See, everybody else is different. So that's a good pitch to like.
And the realtor you're talking to has to give a shit. Like, I don't know if I can say that. But
You know?
know?
You can. You can fucking say that.
Yes, you were clear on that.
Yes.
But yeah.
Like if you told me that or you told me that, I would like cry. You know? Like,
No, I get it.
Yeah.
like, no, you're not. You go stay at my house before you leave.
But it is sad because I know a lot of people that do watch our podcast too. It's families that unfortunately, you know, moved away, and a lot of them messaging me and it was like, it's just good to hear, you know, locals talking and being that they don't hear it every day, like at wherever they're living at. So.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's even harder to come back. You know.
Oh yeah, that's true. Once you go, you feel that comfort and
like once you puka like double digits up there, like you kind of that's where your new roots gonna be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're right. If we'll come back and be,
that's the
they're gonna be like, this is why I left. You know what I mean?
That is true. Like that's always gonna be there. Like.
Well, you know, it's just I don't know what it is, but because I'm not I'm not in the real estate or whatever, but I just know that. You know, it's almost like you gotta get the house like inherited or you know what I mean? Like,
we said that.
Yeah, you're not kind of like for even think about living over here.
Yeah, because I like what she said that you just gotta know whatever it takes. You
just keep going,
make it happen. You know, struggle, live with family. You know, save, do whatever you gotta do to just make it happen because it's hard, but and people still making it happen, man. Like, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'll ask you like. Are you on, you know, this program right now? Like, are you on HUD assistance, like the Section 8 voucher that helps with rental? A lot of people don't know that after a year of being on that program, you can convert it into a mortgage towards mortgage income. Yeah.
The more you know.
Like there's so many different things. So it's so important to talk with industry professionals.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what
Before you just
say.
Make that decision to like just up and leave and just kind of get some professional advice.
And then
professionals.
Then after that, you know, if things not working out like that, you keep going because no is you never say no. You keep going.
We say how. I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
Definitely.
You know, don't stop like for real kind.
Yeah.
You know,
we perfect. Another perfect segue.
I'm just so perfect.
Going into our next question, but
and what is it, Kurt?
But what is kind of your opinion on affordable housing in Maui? That's kind of like get your opinion on that because a lot of the affordable housing, you know, a lot of comments that I see is like affordable housing, man. Look how much that thing is. That's not affordable. Like, so what's kind of your opinion on affordable housing in Maui?
And lately, we've been seeing affordable rentals that are being built more so, and it's hard. Like you know, to build, you can't build wealth that way. And getting more workforce housing. There hasn't been a whole lot of workforce housing in a long time. I mean, there's a couple projects right now that, you know, but their wait list filled up years ago. You know? And it just took so long to build because of all the red tape that we face in developing. That we shouldn't, especially not for affordable housing. Like attainable housing is kind of what we like to say. Because affordable for one person, it's not affordable for another person. So we like to, say attainable. It's kind of something I learned at Habitat.
You don't like cut them short. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Let them go all the way through the door. So.
And then even if they can't qualify for workforce housing, you know, there's come talk story with Habitat for Humanity. Maybe there's a way there, you know. So like we have a project coming out in Hana, 25 Habitat homes out there,
right
which is
on,
like major for the community out there. Yeah. And then
if you guys don't know about that, that's the one that the families of the homes help build, right? And then they end up being able to not get it for free though, right? But they get it's at least like assisted.
Yeah, they get it for what they can afford.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool. Because I'm pretty sure, because I live Hawaiian homes, and the street above us, I'm pretty sure that whole street is Habitat for Humanity right above here. So.
Yeah, and we'll be able to build some in the one coming up in Waikapu, in Pu'uhana. Yeah.
And they gotta be Hawaiian, those ones that living in
In
the Hawaiian homes.
So some folks will work directly with the developer, and then those who cannot afford will work with us at Habitat. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah.
Because it costs to build.
Yeah,
the land may be free, but
Yeah.
you gotta have some kala to build the actual house,
That's
right?
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, really, yeah, because that's just being here, talking your story, like listening to what you're saying, like there's so much knowledge I don't know about.
Yeah. And
you know,
another thing that's so underappreciated is, like if you're looking to buy something that's good enough to live in for where you're at now, not necessarily your dream home if you can't afford it at the moment. You can use it as a stepping stone to upgrade later.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
because I kind of hear it, like, don't they call it like kind of like a starter house almost like? Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have to like start in a condo or a cottage or something that's smaller but works for now, and then sell it later or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like I said, they're not making any more land.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
I mean, appreciation historically, homes go up in value.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you buy something that's like you can force appreciation into, like you can update it. Maybe say it's a little older, but you have either the knowledge or friends with the knowledge on how to renovate
good,
yeah.
Make them look all nice.
And make, force the value in that way. I feel like that's a good plan.
Man, that really brings the value up in houses. I feel like is when you make the inside look all
cherry.
Nice.
Most people want that turnkey, move-in ready. Yeah.
Just, walk in. Yeah.
Gotta evolve, bro. The game is always evolving.
Definitely. Yeah.
But if you have the vision and you see the potential,
You're
you
ahead
just
of the
look
game.
at the space. Yeah.
Yeah. So as this is a kind of a random question though. Like as far as laws, what is there any laws that we can like hopefully it passes where it can kind of prevent people from Hawaii buying land, like, or buying houses, or
It's really hard to say because like as far as America sees it, we're a state, right? So you can't prevent people from
buying
other states, right? What country was it? Is it New Zealand? Like outsiders can't buy or something?
I know there's a few,
Yeah.
foreign countries like
they make it really
I know
hard.
Samoa was actually like that, one of them. Yeah.
But if it's within country, it's kind of hard to make those restrictions.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe certain taxes to discourage it. I don't know. I don't know.
Or even like a law that'll keep the percentage at a
then
certain percentage.
What about the locals that move away and want to move back home?
That's true.
That's the catch-22. I've thought about this.
See,
Like, because I have some
thinking ahead,
classmates that they're in Vegas or wherever they are, and they want to come back home.
Yeah.
And
then,
they want to buy.
and it's already hard. And if we put those restrictions,
that's gonna make it even harder for them to.
Walls keep everybody out. So that's
true.
a really.
I never even think of it from that point of view. Yeah, I was just thinking like, pass these laws so these foreigners can stop buying our land. But hey, it's not that simple.
I wish it was that simple.
Yeah.
Then we would just do it. But then you start thinking about people who are going to fall through the cracks, like,
Yeah, no, I get it. Because I mean, just as one local brother, like I go deliver stuff to like call them the rich people houses, because all you see is there's people who get big houses, choke land, all in one big subdivision, and I just come like, fuck, bro, how the fuck they can be getting this? And all they do is play with their garden all day, and they're just chilling. You know what I mean?
Or not even using the house.
Yeah, and then I'm getting them rented
the full year
or whatever. Like I'm like, cuz, like how come? Like why is it so affordable for them, and then for like us guys, like you can't even look in this area because you guys are not in this price range.
I think a lot of it is however the load money that they're making up there, they can come here and buy stuff. Like,
I get it, but get some young guys too. You know what I mean? Like,
there's a lot of people that were like in tech and stuff, you know, during the pandemic.
There you go.
That came over because if they can
work from
anywhere,
work from home.
why not Paradise?
Right? This is I just was gonna say that because you know, like you were saying during COVID, bro, a lot of people started figuring out that we can do things like this way, that way, this way, and one of them was work at home. Like, I know people work from home, but like it was pushed on, like especially during COVID, like everybody was like, I guess you don't really need to be here.
Even like radio or like podcasts and stuff like that really take on a huge leap after that. People started thinking they can do their own thing at home and make their own make their own money, you know, doing stuff.
So a lot of people became real estate agents
during that time too.
Oh, good. But no, I guess getting back on to my topic, but just seeking kind of foresee, like, so what is, like, how, oh man, what am I think we kind of answered this already.
Yeah, we just gotta help each other. You gotta find a like, realtor that looks like me so I can help you.
Because bro,
you gotta find the right realtor. That's for sure.
I deliver machines to these houses and I'm just like, fuck, you know, like, bro. But I guess so.
What are you talking about? Daniel Poco, bro.
We gotta.
They're haiku, but haiku get, you know, like I guess it's kind of hidden.
Deep haiku,
You know what I mean? Yeah, like everybody seems to buy like in the depths, kind, you know. I know. And that's where
I'm originally from haiku and
so is my wife, and she hates seeing more houses come up over there too.
Keep the country. Keep the nush.
Oh, the nush. Yes. Speaking of that, we was just at her land, right? It's actually in Honopo. So we would never go down there for years, and it's his land, his family land too. So it was good to go down there and kind of just connect. But there's a lot of things that's going on because we haven't been down there for so much years. There's people. I don't even know if they're supposed to be there. So we got to clear that. We got to clean that up. You know, kind of figure that situation out. So,
like squatters.
I think so. Yeah. So my wife's mom, they're gonna go like legit and bring in lawyers and stuff because
like, what do you do? Or
regulate. That's
do people actually
just to kind of see who's supposed to be there and who's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, because you don't want to run into like squatters claiming rights to the land.
Because eventually they can claim it and own it now. Like if you don't claim it, like if somebody else doesn't come in,
they can claim like,
this is like one whole nother thing.
It's a whole other thing. Every state is different with these laws. I think Hawaii is, it's definitely a lot harder. But
see, we got to get that addressed. But at least it's in the process.
Was this like people that like built like a home with like electricity and all that kind of stuff? Or this guy's like huge, in tent?
No. Get some of those, but also get some that is just huge, like nice little stuff. Look like they're renting out to like tourists, little Airbnbs, almost like like bungalow almost style. Like badass. We gotta just check it out and just make sure it's all legit. So.
You know where the property boundary lines are?
I think that's what they gotta do first. They gotta
like
land survey. You get the land surveyors in there and just to see where.
You better book it now because they're all busy with
land survey. Ooh, I didn't even think.
Wow, that's a good tip. I can give you some contacts.
Definitely. I'll get that after for sure. Because we gotta reclaim the land that is ours. That's for sure. If you do have, so
that's cool.
But to switch back over, in your career that you're at now, you know, being that I wouldn't say that you're at the top, but I would say like you're headed there, headed to the top. So kind of what is the next goal, or like what is the next thing that you're gonna be, you know, kind of focusing towards in your career?
Getting my broker's license.
Okay. Broker's license. Me and Bryson probably have no clue what that is. So if you want to explain.
It's like
I know what it is.
You know what Curtis.
It is. I know what it is. But if you want to explain for Curtis, you're more than welcome.
It means you're broke, right?
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
It's the next step in licensing. So if I wanted to open up my own brokerage, which I don't know if I personally would. I can, but and it opens up other doors. Like if you wanted to be a broker in charge for another company, and there's different opportunities. And it definitely gives you more credibility
Yeah.
too.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. So, well, good luck into that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Become a
doing
broker.
that
Now we know
schooling.
what that is. Yeah.
Doing that online self-paced schooling all over again now.
Yay. Love school. Stay in school, kids. Stay in school.
Oh, boy.
Another deep question, though, just to stay deep. Then, what is kind of the legacy you wanna leave? You know, kind of in real estate, especially in Maui, like being that you're not too much Native Hawaiian. So, what is kind of the legacy you like leave for?
Yeah.
It's a deep one.
Think about it for a little while.
Yeah.
Take your time. Take your time.
What is your legacy?
You like leave, especially in real estate, because
that's a good one.
Hawaiians, yeah.
To keep our people here.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. Keep all the locals here.
Keep everybody here, and then, also like get more people working, Hawaiians working with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it's really important to have more of us in the industry, and more of us in the industry not competing against each other, like with that scarcity mindset. Like, I'm gonna focus on my pie. I'm not trying to take from yours, because there's enough to go around. You know your people, I know my people. We may overlap and whatever. Ultimately, it's each client's choice who they want to work with, and everybody brings different things to the table. But having more of us and working together in a collaborative way, that's how we're gonna make it.
Yeah. And not just real estate, like in everything. Like, so like whatever you gotta go through real estate and all the other things you gotta go through, just all Hawaiians, like just thriving. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Because even like if you first start your brokerage, brokerage. Brokerage. I feel like I said that wrong. Anyway, if you start, you could your legacy could just be like, she had all kalako working, and you know what I mean. Like their main thing was for keep everybody here. You know what I'm saying? So that's totally something that I can even see for yourself. Like for real, like I can see you doing that.
Yeah. I mean, we already have a team of 7 people, and it's all local people.
That's good.
And we're very different in that sense that we work together, we collaborate. Like, you have a listing, what you need, like we're all gonna hui together to help stage the house or clean it out or whatever, so that we can all you can succeed. And if I have a buyer, like we know we like to work with each other, or whatever it is. But and I totally forgot the question.
No, you answered it. You actually answered it. Yeah. Your legacy, your legacy.
Yeah.
We just kept talking.
We all kind of have the same goal and work similarly. We come from different backgrounds, and I think that's what makes each person unique. Relating to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
The relationships. Definitely big. So good luck with you in that area. Continuing. Because this is only the start for you. I'm sure we're gonna have you on after the next couple awards. That you like, after the last 5 awards,
run it back.
But it's good to see you killing it in the real estate scene, especially in Maui and for Native Hawaiians, and also being from Kamehameha. Shout out Kamehameha, Imua, Kamehameha.
Bold. Restful.
But before, you get any questions before we end? Or
everything you pretty much brought up is kind of like what we kind of strive for this podcast for being, shouting out to Hawaiians out there, like, just talk to a realtor, talk to somebody before you make any decisions for, leave the INO or whatever. Whatever you need help with, talk to somebody first.
So if you get one message that you like get off, to all the Hawaiians out there, well, not even Hawaiians, locals, all the locals out in Maui, that watching that, maybe is like on the edge of like, I don't know if I should move away or if I should live here. Just kind of that little advice, just kind of keep them positive. Yeah,
there's always a solution. There's always a way. We just gotta talk story.
Yeah. Talk story. That's the main thing. And talk story with her, because she's the best realtor. Killing it.
Oh, bro, that's
thank
good.
You.
Thank you so much for coming
on.
Thank
you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Automatic.
That was
fun. It was.
But kick us off, man.
Everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Real Talk Maui. We out.